What's up, Pacman?
Pacman.
Do you remember the Pacman? Did you tell that story on this? I was telling it last week. But basically, Ryan and I and Dan Godfrey went to
Dan Godfrey, the GM of the Irvine Improv.
Yeah, great man,
great man,
great American. He invited us to the O's game. Who were they playing? You remember?
Angels.
Yeah, that's why it was
in Anaheim. That's why we were in Anaheim.
So we were in Anaheim watching the Yankees.
Who were they playing down in Anaheim?
And
I think Seattle came in that weekend.
Seattle came in to play the O's, and we go and we start drinking. We get great seats.
I mean, Diamond Club seats,
nice one.
It's this bar. It's this bar area that is foul ball fucking. Like you have to be. You can't turn to talk shit to somebody because you could take one to the fucking face.
I love that it's talk shit, not like be like, hey man, how's things going? You watch this shit now, man.
Definitely.
You could definitely
and it's
get
like,
rocked.
It's
in the
country
face.
club nice too, though. It's really nice.
Only stadium I've been to where a four top is season tickets. That's your table. Those are your seats every fucking
So we're sitting out there, and then O's are coming up to bat, and we see like a few down on the list is Adam Jones. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, Ryan, there's some old cat somewhere, like a barbershop in Cleveland, who's just sees Adam Jones on TV. He's like, that's Pacman right there, man.
I know Pacman play two sport.
So he's just yelling at the TV, and we start in these like primo seats, just yelling like, "Come on, Pacman!"
Screaming. He comes out on deck. We're like, "What's up, Pacman?"
And people,
but there's this old man that has. What did he have? He had like a sign or something,
like an Angel's sign.
Were you wearing O's gear? You were for sure.
Yeah. And every time we screamed it, he never he never bothered to address us. He just hold his sign up and shake it like you're losing, motherfuckers. Yeah. You're losing. So we start yelling Pac-Man because he's doing it. We notice, this guy's doing it every time. So now we're excessively screaming, "Come on, Pac-Man!" And Dan Godfrey, he starts to get uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. He's like, all right, guys. Because these seats are given to him by somebody.
And there's also people who are turning their heads.
Bill Engvall's right over
looking
there,
back like, why are these?
Bill Engvall's right over there.
And who's the other guy? Bill Engvall and
Roy Firestone.
We got Roy Firestone in the seats right now, guys.
Who came back again this year.
Shut up, were you?
Yeah.
We yelled,
not gonna cry, Roy.
And finally, Dan just like, guys, seriously, like, tone it down. And this is Dan.
Right.
Who's game for whatever.
Right. And guess who the first person to yell was this year when I went to him with the game?
Who?
With him. Him.
Him?
I fucking started drinking out in the parking lot with me. He's like, "What's up, Pac-Man?" I was like, "Oh, it's okay now."
He had to shut the fuck up. Guys,
come on, man.
Did Adam? Were we close enough that he could like look and turn
We were
over?
definitely close enough, but he didn't even know what the fuck was going on. No one calls him Pac-Man.
He would have been like, "Why the fuck?"
He'd been like, "Who are these fucking assholes right now?"
Pac-Man Jones. They probably thought you were Angels fans. He probably thought, "Look at these guys trying to get him."
No, the
shit.
best is also the people who were out there. A few of them probably put together like, these dumb sons of bitches think this is Adam Jones.
Definitely somebody out there had that. Put that together. Like they think this. No, these two assholes think this is the football player.
That's tight.
What's up, Pac-Man? Oh my god, we yelled it nonstop. He was like, "Guys, I'm serious, guys." Serious. Okay, stop yelling, Pat. These people, they give me tickets and come to the club. I mean, come on. Jesus Christ. Keep yelling, Pac-Man. You guys are out of control. You're a little out of control.
I would love it if he got tall.
Yeah. We were drinking our ass off that day.
Fantastic.
And it was one of those things, like, we've talked about it, where it just made us laugh. And every time he yelled it, I couldn't stop. And every time I yelled it, he couldn't stop. Just couldn't stop laughing at it. It was funniest fucking thing to us.
To a loud, obnoxious thing. And actually, I realized, sometimes you look back and you realize what you did. You have, better perspective on it. I realized that we were the kind of assholes that, like, when I'm out, I go, that's just fucking obnoxious for saying that.
It was our turn.
Yeah.
It's our
like,
turn.
When you're just like, these people are ruining it for everybody. We were definitely those guys and loving every second of it.
Yeah. And foul balls hitting the fucking window right next to us and bouncing in the bar and shit. I'm like, "What's up, Pac-Man?" Anytime it happened, it was a scream. He's like, guys, come on, man.
So what was it, like the mid-level, like the first...
It's okay. So they have the right behind home plate seats, where the net is, and then that maybe there's 20 of those, and then there's this fat walkway.
Right? Yeah.
and they're up again, and then there's a bar, and they're up against the wall of this bar right here. You literally walk right there, and there's the bar.
And you can walk up to the bar and stuff.
Yeah, and you're in the shade, so it's money seats, and it's just foul balls are dropping
you
left
can hit
and right.
people behind home plate if you want to.
Totally.
Yeah.
Throw shit at them.
You didn't get to that level, though.
No.
Catch a foul ball, like, yo, check this out. Check out Pacman. Yo, Pacman! And then,
Oh, my God. Throw that shit back, man. Sign it. Sign it right now. Give it to me. I gotta go. I got shit to do, Pacman. We gonna ride today, Pacman.
that's epic.
If the Angels can pull off a fucking playoff bid and the Orioles and they happen to meet up, man, we are going with Dan Goffrey, and we are screaming all fucking night.
There must be people around here that think some shit is going
Oh
on.
my God,
right?
yeah, they have to probably be nervous. Like, I don't know what's going on in that corner unit down there, man.
Drug deal going on down there.
Jesus Christ, there's a lot of angry shit going on in that place.
And
Somebody didn't get their order right.
they're just coming in and out of the room, too. They're only catching certain shit. We're going to ride tonight! And
They're
they're
like, Jesus Christ,
shit.
we're going to ride to now today? I don't know what's going on down there.
Pac-Man or pack things down there. Shit. Nervous.
Unless they're a big Pacman Jones fan.
Yeah.
Like, they might actually know Pacman Jones.
Yeah, he didn't score a touchdown yesterday.
Yeah, well, whatever with Pac-Man fucking Jones. I want to go back to, you talked about a guy that would steal cars. There was a kid in our, I loved him. We played soccer with him, George Wilk. Got no problem saying his first and last name. He was awesome. But in middle school, in 7th grade, he was the kid that would steal his parents' car and pick up anyone in the neighborhood that wanted a joyride. He was that kid.
Didn't that kid baffle you? Like, didn't it blow your
and
mind?
and you know what? I was always, one of my friends one night got in the car with him, and he's like, have you ever done that? And I'm like, no. I know he does it, but I won't get in that fucking car with him. I won't get in. And there used to be, back in the day, it used to be this long stretch, and at night, instead of traffic would die down enough, they would just make it a flashing yellow at the four-way, and then during the day when it was busy, it was regular light. Well, at night it would flash, and he would do suicide runs with, like, if this car got hit, T-bone, you're talking about 4 or 5, whatever, 7th graders dead in this fucking car. And he would
7th grade?
Yeah, he was 7th grade. He would sneak out and drive, and then boom, shoot across 8th grade, shoot across this suicide run, jump it all the time. Jesus. So then as we got into high school, it just got worse and worse driving for him. And I remember we would come back from these midnight indoor soccer games down in Baltimore City, and it would be 3 lanes on 70, and left, middle, and right. And the right lane, that fucking right lane is wide open. And George Wilk, he knew. I was always telling him, I'm like, I'm scared to drive with you, and he would get a kick out of it. And I will never forget this. He passed. There were 2 cars in the left and the middle. Homeboy went right between the 2 of them, and I was screaming as he pulled up to him, like, don't do it, please don't do this, please don't do this.
Holy shit!
Right in between them. And
so they were in the left and the middle. He went in between.
In between them. In between them,
terrifying.
like I was screaming. And then after that, I never rode with him. I never got in a car with that kid ever again.
See,
ever.
I had 2 friends growing up.
Died in a car wreck.
Did he?
No.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
I had 2 friends growing up that would take cars up before they were old, and we'd go out with them all the time.
You got in?
All the time. Tony LeMay, I've told this on the podcast. He used to take out his parents' Grand Cherokee, and I remember stopping by one time, like, you driving to work? He's like, come on, I'm not always taking the truck out. I'm like, all right, man, I'll walk. And next thing you know, he picks me up. And he used to have
15, 14.
He was, I mean, Tony was a little older than everybody else. I think he stayed back a year.
17.
he should have had a license.
He was 15 probably when we were all 14. And then, his dad had, a keg delivery business, so he had one that was, a big 6-pack, like a low-and-brow 6-pack truck. And he would take that out and then put everyone in the back, just pop open the back.
Holy
and everyone,
shit,
I never
man.
rode in that, but everyone else would.
All underage.
Oh, yeah.
God damn.
LeMay, man, he wasn't afraid. He was the same kid that pulled a gun on my buddy. He grabbed his dad gun. He's like, it's not loaded. And my boy just freaked out and ran.
Man, I think about, when I'm...
pulling shit is fucking not acceptable at all.
Gun pulling shit.
Man, I had a guy do that at a party once, at a little get-together thing. And
Yeah.
Drunk.
A
hillbilly.
get-together.
Whatever, 8 people.
A little
kind of
mixer.
thing.
Just having a mixer, man.
And he was drunk, and then he's like, what is up with you? What was you, man? And you're like, I don't know.
Oh, yeah, that's scary
that
look,
kind of
too.
shit?
Yeah,
And
man,
he's
I
like,
hate that shit.
You're always saying shit. And you're like, yeah, fucking. And then pulls it out, puts it down, is like, putting the magazine in and fucking, all that shit. And you're like, all right, I'm out of here, man. Like, I'm not
Yeah.
part of your fucking drunk redneck bullshit right here.
Well, that's not drunk redneck bullshit. With the gun, that's drunk redneck. But saying him like, "What's up with you always saying shit like that like fucking thing?"
Yeah.
Whoa. What's his deal?
He was just that kid. I remember
He just wanted to show everyone his gun.
Sells insurance
You know what
now.
he was? He was a he wanted to be a country boy. He wanted to be like show everybody what like a kind of a redneck, but like, you know, like I'm just like you guys, and I like to hunt and all that shit. This is in North Carolina, and really he came from a lot of money, and I think he resented the fact that, you know, people might see him as a rich kid. He wanted to be like, you know, no, I'm like a fucking
Regular
I'm
Joe.
a brawler, yeah. I like to fucking drink beer and shit and
pull guns.
and pull guns on people. Yeah, he's a fucking asshole. Fuck that guy,
Fuck that dude is right,
Travis. Whatever the fuck your last name is.
Yeah, Travis, whatever the fuck your last name is.
motherfucker.
Fuck him.
I've never been in a party where somebody just did, like, Joy pulled out a gun like that. I used to live with this guy out here when I first moved here. I lived with this dude named Dave, and he was the super of this building.
Yeah.
And one night, he was super gun happy, and he would come home at night, and he would get wasted, and he would go in his closet and just empty a fucking 9 into the closet. And I'm like, what are you fucking doing, dude? All the time. And then he would paint it and repair it all the fucking time, okay?
No way.
The neighbors would never say anything.
He was the fucking soup. He was the guy.
God.
No one, I mean, I lived with him for a month.
Went out. I'm looking into it.
Well, there was a gangbanger that lived above us, and he would like to blame a little bit of shit on this kid once in a while. But so one night, I'm laying on the couch, and I was just guns always freak me. When people are weird about guns like that, I get really fucking nervous.
Yeah, I think people
Really
usually get
nervous.
nervous regardless of how
Like,
intense
guns
someone
don't
is about their
scare me,
guns.
but weird people with guns scare the fuck
Yeah.
out of me. And I'm sleeping one night, and you hear this bang like that, you know, and a gunshot never sounds like it does on fucking TV. It sounds like a pop, you know. And he comes running out of his bedroom in nothing but boxers and throws a fucking goddamn 9mm, a Glock at me, and I'm like, what the fuck? He's like, somebody's shooting out there. I'm like, yeah, well, I'm not going. What do you? I'm supposed to go out there vigilante with you? He's like, we're going. So I go out.
I love this dude.
I follow him, and we go down in the parking garage.
You holding a gun?
Yeah, I'm holding his Glock. He's got another one, and we go down, and you know what it was? Someone above us, their fucking ceramic pot fell off and hit the fucking concrete and broke, and he thought it was a goddamn gunshot. We're out there with handguns.
People out. Jesus Christ.
He's ready to kill somebody for that shit.
For a pot.
He couldn't wait. That's the kind of guy that's scared.
Oh, yeah.
And no joke.
Itching for it.
Itching for it, totally. He was just that kind of guy, couldn't wait. Like, you know that like that old man that sits on his porch with his gun, just hopes you step like a half a foot on his property so he can say you were trespassing because he just wants to shoot somebody.
Jesus.
That guy.
I fucking, you know, I lived in that terrible neighborhood in Rampart Division, you know, between...
Up on that hill?
You talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. Between Rampart and Alvarado on 6th
In
Street.
Koreatown.
Yeah.
Carondelet.
Yeah. So we lived there, and one afternoon, I'm home alone. Christina's gone, and I'm sitting on the couch, and I'm jerking off, right? I have my laptop. My laptop's open. My dick's out. My dick's in my hand, and I'm just getting into it, you know? And then I hear a fucking cannon go off, and it sounds like it's on the balcony. Like the couch, the back of the couch is right by the balcony. I pants down, jump off the couch, throw my laptop, and just hit the deck.
Hit the ground.
Yeah, hit the deck. You know, fucking...
You could get injured doing that, too, in that situation.
I'm scared. I'm humiliated. I'm panicking.
I'm half hard.
Half hard.
What was it?
So I immediately, I'm like, holy shit. I stay down for a minute. One of those things where I'm like, that sounded like it was right outside. Like right...
Like somebody's trying to kill you.
Right.
Yeah.
That neighborhood, every night you'd hear shit, and every night 5, 6, 7 helicopters would fly and shine their lights in the apartment, you know? It was a shitty fucking place. So anyways, right away, this is like mid-afternoon. It's like a Friday, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I call the guy that, you know, the soup at the building, right? And I go, hey, did you just fucking hear that? And this guy, his name is Jose. He's like, hear what?
That was my gun.
He goes, hear what? And I go, that fucking, it sounded like a goddamn grenade went off, man. And he's like, nah, I'm in the garage. I didn't hear nothing. And I'm like, You got to be shit. You didn't hear that? He's like, I'm in the garage. And I'm like, all right, man.
Did he just
hang
become
up.
Italian?
He is. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
And he's from New York. And he goes, he's like, yeah, I thought I heard nothing. So I hang up. Fucking 2 minutes later, my phone rings. And he never calls me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, this is him? I'm like, what's up? And he's like, hey, I just talked to some guy, and some guy just got shot.
For real?
Yeah.
On your balcony.
He's on your balcony.
on your
Dead
balcony.
guy on your balcony.
They're gonna need to come in.
So he's like, no, like it was literally here's like here's the back of here's the balcony here. Mm-hmm. This is a street here, and this is a street here. Right here, a guy in the middle of the street shot the guy at point blank range with a .45.
God damn.
Yeah, because this whole neighborhood was MS-13 and 18th Street gang. So they were always going after each other. And he fucking just... Not only did he shoot the guy, he shot him right there on 6th Street, broad daylight. He also stayed. He just was like...
I'm gonna give them the report.
And they shut that shit down for like...
Dude, that's
8
hardcore.
hours.
What do you mean he stayed?
He didn't run. He killed the guy, and just was like...
And
"Come
waited
get
for the
me."
cops
Yeah.
to show.
Holy shit.
Didn't even haul ass.
You know why police
ain't
worry
even-
about that, though? Because that's the type of guy. It happened in Baltimore where he killed that dude. They came out and he just started shooting them, too, and they just had to take him out.
Yeah, you have to at
Yeah.
that point. Yeah.
Damn.
They should have permission. To
This
blow
guy
that
was
dude
like,
out.
that's my shit.
Yeah.
I got him.
Y'all looking for who killed somebody? It's me.
Damn.
In the bucket.
Here's the shell case. Yeah, that is the best,
In the
man.
bucket right there.
We laugh about. Do you remember? It's very quietly somehow has gone away, but this whole Marvin Harrison thing,
Amazing. It's amazing.
it's amazing. The whole fucking deal with the gun and
remember
all
the
that.
gas station.
It's a car wash.
And the gun
Car
is
wash.
like a
Yep.
collector's. Like there's two in the world.
It's like a James Bond style fucking gun. Mm-hmm. Okay, someone uses it to kill someone, and then all of a sudden it's found at Marvin Harrison's car wash.
I
And
heard
they-
it wasn't just found. I heard he owned it.
He did.
It's his gun.
It's his
Yeah,
gun.
It's a rare collector's gun. Like it's a
Yeah.
collector's item. Like a really expensive because it's a collector's item.
Sure.
And the cops showed up at the car wash, and his cousin. who's
Before that, though, it's all like, hey, I don't know what you're talking
Yeah.
about. Have no idea what you're talking about. No one in the Marvin Harrison camp knows what you're talking
Anything.
about. Next day, cops show up at Marvin
Detectives.
Harrison's car wash.
and his cousin who works there, they walk up. Is like, y'all looking for that gun? It's in the bucket.
It's in the bucket over there. And they weren't looking for a gun. They were just coming in to ask some questions.
And didn't someone else take the heat for it, or what happened? Like, did his cousin take the
I
heat?
don't know what he got out of it. I don't know what happened, but
I
it's
don't know.
really
Bizarre.
fucking bizarre.
That's also when Marvin Harrison didn't come back to the
That's
NFL.
exactly when Marvin Harrison didn't come back to the NFL.
Y'all looking for that gun? It's in the bucket over there, man.
Yeah. What gun? Oh, the gun Marvin shot somebody with? Okay, yeah, that's the one we're looking for. That's this
bucket.
one right here.
That's is that case solved?
Y'all want armor all? You want air freshener? Gun's right over there in the bucket.
Pick up a sponge.
Yeah.
Did he get in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, look
yet?
at the sponge, man. It sucks.
Did he get in the Hall of Fame yet?
I don't know.
Well, he's not out. He's not out
I
of the
don't think
league
he's been out
enough.
long enough
Oh,
yet.
okay. I wonder if they're just holding shit for him.
Holding that gun in the bucket's what the fuck they're holding.
Can I
Holding
get my
evidence.
gun? That's a collector's item, man.
It's a collect. Yeah, it's like some real rare gun. Hilarious. Marvin Harrison.
Marvin.
Well, look, that's all the time we have here, Tom Segura. We got to get out of here.
White girls with cornrows. Scoop
Yes.
it up.
White girls with cornrows. Get it at all the locations you can get it.
Thank you guys.
TomSegura.com.
TomSegura.com. Tom
Definitely has
Segura on Twitter.
Yes.
You can hit him up and ask if you can't remember where the fuck to get it.
Yeah, I'll be tweeting the shit out of that.
He'll be
shit.
tweeting the shit out of it.
Unbelievably.
I am Ryan Sickler on Twitter, ryansickler.com.
Jay Larson Comedy on Twitter. What's up, people? We'll see you later.
Talk to y'all next Tuesday.